Hello everyone. Today is day 150. 150 days of telling my stories. But I have one last story left to tell you. And that is a little bit of understatement, upsetting for me. I have friends all over the world trying to comfort me. I don't know if you can ever try to understand and that what I'm going through for the loss of my granddaughter and then the loss of my brother. So I think 150 days is enough and I just can't go on anymore. If I will check all the YouTube messages, and if I have any demand, which I don't think I have, the viewers are coming only, what, 16, 17 sometimes. And it's not worth me spending my time and speaking like that. Maybe it is for some people, but I feel I've reached to a point that I have to give up. But before I go, let me tell you something about what happened a long time back. I had a nephew who was working in a bank in India, and he had an opportunity to come to England and work. He lived in Kent. And I was very proud of having my cousin nephew here, and we used to visit them often. His mother came, and when my daughter's 21st birthday, they were there. It was all great. But after 4 years, he has to go back. That's the rule of the bank. And somebody else will take over. But the thing was, I was trying to find him another job here so that he can stay on in England and teach his children. But they had to go back. And after about a couple of years or so, I was confronted by his mother and some of my own relatives saying, "How could you do such a thing?" I said, "What? Do what?" I was accused of spreading rumor about him. Well, I'm the only one in England for him, that he did something fraudulent. That's why he had to leave the bank and come back to India. I wouldn't do anything like that to anybody. I'm a giver, not a taker. I don't take anything from anybody. But he made everyone think that I have spread this rumor. And it went on for 2-3 years. And his mother wouldn't even, when I went to see her, she wouldn't even understand, let alone his sisters and brothers. God knows if they're still keeping a grudge on me. And anyway, I was very upset for a long time because I wouldn't do anything like that to degrade any of my family or even anybody else, even my friends, I wouldn't degrade them. I wouldn't put them down. I always try to put them up, give them a lift. I never ever dreamt of such thing in my life. Then one day when it was my niece's or nephew's wedding, it was held in Kannur. It was a big hall, and I was sitting in a place with my wife, and this guy, he came and begged for forgiveness, touched my feet and begged me for forgiveness. He had that, at least he had that manlyhood to come forward and tell me I was wrong. This rumor was spread by my sister, or something like that, because of something against me, or maybe they didn't like because I'm living in England. But nobody else up to today have come to me and said, those rumors, those days, we now know that you didn't do it, and hope you forgive us. I'm sorry. Nobody, even from my own family, not my immediate family, like my daughter and all, they won't even think about such things. Daughter was very young that time. My wife would never think of me doing anything like that. But I was hurt that day, and I'm still hurting today, because my wife brought it up today and said, do you remember that? And it just reminded me how cruel and hurtful those days were. And I can never understand that. I was my mother's pet. And when my mother was dying, I didn't know that she was very serious. I had come back to England because I was suffering from asthma. I had to have injections here to recover. And I was just getting over. And on 25th, my daughter presented me with a DVD player. And I was just checking that when the phone call came saying my mother passed away. I went but by the time I reached there, my mother was already cremated. But I did the rituals for nearly, how many, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no, 40 days or something. And then I returned very heartbroken. My cousin has given me a Saraswati Swayamvaram. It's the wedding of Saraswati. It's a statue, or cut statue from wood long time ago, which was in Kannur house. She presented me with that, and so many people were jealous. Who gives a damn? Anyway, I'm not going to talk and bore you all the time. I decided to give it a rest and see how many have subscribed, because it's stuck on 89, which is ridiculous. It's not going any higher, and the viewers are dying down. So I'll say farewell to all of you and goodbye. I'm sorry if it disappoints some of you. I know my very good friend from London says it's his bedtime story. Sorry to disappoint you, my friend. Love you always. Take care. All of you who are watching or listening on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for making me feel comfortable by telling my stories. Bye for now. I will not be coming back tomorrow because I cannot. I'm too much in grief. And counseling might help me. It may not. I'll find out on Friday. Once again, I've been wrongly accused of many things during this grief period. And I hate to be accused of such things. I told the truth, and it hurts people when I tell the truth. Goodbye and God bless. Subscribe if you want. If you don't, it doesn't matter now. I'm going to take leave from you for a while. So bye for now. Thank you.